Hello, my name is Emily McLaughlin, and I'll be presenting the results of the overview of systematic reviews which informed the recommendation for balance and functional training in the Canadian 24-Hour Movement Guidelines. Hello. From a systematic review of the literature, we determined that in adults aged 65 years and older, regular participation in balance and functional training reduces falls, the number of people who fall, and may reduce fall-related fractures. It also improves physical functioning, increases physical activity, and may improve health-related quality of life. Adverse events associated are not well monitored or reported in this population. Harms, while rare, are largely unknown. 20 to 30% of Canadians over 65 fall each year. The 2010 Canadian Physical Activity Guidelines recommended that physical activities to enhance balance and prevent falls be performed by adults aged 65 years and older with poor mobility. As we move forward with the new Canadian 24-Hour Movement Guidelines, we wanted to examine the current evidence related to the benefits and harms of balance and functional training in all adults. Hello. The primary research question answered through our systematic review was what is the relationship between balance and functional training and health outcomes in adults aged 18 years and older. Our population included healthy community-dwelling adults. We excluded studies that targeted a diagnosed disease-specific population or elite athletes. The intervention, gait, balance, and functional training, was defined by the Profane taxonomy. Gait training involves specific correction of walking technique, for example posture, stride length, and cadence, and changes of pace, level, and direction. Balance training involves the efficient transfer of body weight from one part of the body to another, or challenges specific aspects of the balance system. Balance retraining activities range from re-education of basic functional movement patterns to a wide variety of dynamic activities that target more sophisticated aspects of balance. Functional training uses functional activities as the training stimulus and is based on the theoretical concept of task specificity. Gait, balance, and functional training interventions were compared with no intervention, a placebo, or different types or doses of balance training. The health outcomes of interest were determined to be critical or important for decision-making. Critical outcomes included falls and fall-related injuries, and serious and non-serious adverse events. Important outcomes were physical functioning and disability, health-related quality of life, and physical activity or sedentary behavior. Hello. Our secondary research question was to understand if the effect of balance and functional training on health varies by population age, type of balance training, or frequency, intensity, or duration of exercise. Hello. To conduct this systematic review, the Content Working Group established and registered the protocol a priori. In May 2019, a comprehensive literature search was conducted by an experienced librarian. 2 independent reviewers completed 2 levels of article screening, first by title and abstract, and then by full text to determine whether the reviews met the eligibility criteria. Disagreements were resolved by consensus or a third reviewer if necessary. We aim to select 1 systematic review per outcome to avoid overlap of primary studies across systematic reviews. Studies that reported direct outcome measures and studies that examine the effect of population age, exposure dose, or type of exercise on the estimate of effect were prioritized. We then determined the highest quality review based on assessment by 2 independent reviewers using the Assessment of Methodological Quality of Systematic Reviews, or AMSTAR-2 tool. Data was summarized using narrative synthesis grouped by outcome. Hello, the Prisma flowchart on the right describes the screening process that we used to identify 5 included systematic reviews. Hello, we identified 4 key findings. First, balance and functional training reduced rate of falls and number of people who fell, and improved physical functioning and physical activity. Second, harms and adverse events were not consistently monitored or reported in included studies. Third, studies in this population have been conducted in adults 65 years of age and older. And fourth, insufficient evidence is available related to type and dose of balance and functional training. Firstly, there was high certainty evidence that balance and functional training reduced the rate of falls by 24% and the number of people who experienced a fall by 13% compared with a control. Low certainty evidence suggested that balance and functional training reduced fall-related fractures by 56% compared with control. There was low certainty evidence that balance and functional training improved measures of physical functioning and balance, including the timed up and go, 30-second sit to stand, and Berg balance scale tests. There was little effect of balance and functional training on health-related quality of life. However, moderate certainty evidence suggests that increased physical activity levels and improved physical activity maintenance occurred in groups that performed balance and functional training. A second key finding is that harms and adverse events are not consistently monitored or reported in included studies. Therefore, improved reporting of adverse events is important in exercise intervention studies as well as systematic reviews of interventions. Adverse events that were reported were primarily non-serious and included musculoskeletal pain or soreness. Only one serious adverse event was reported. Details were not provided as to whether adverse events were related to the exercise intervention or occurred outside the program. Evidence related to adverse events is of low certainty. The benefits of balance and functional training likely outweigh the harms. Hello. The third key finding is that studies in the healthy community-dwelling population have only been conducted in adults 65 years of age and older. Studies that were conducted in adults between the ages of 18 and 64 involved elite athletes and were therefore excluded from our review. Finally, there is insufficient evidence related to type and dose of balance and functional training. Included studies examined balance and functional training programs of various styles, as well as Tai Chi and dance. For reducing falls and fall-related injuries, effective exercise included balance and functional training and Tai Chi. For improving physical functioning and physical activity, effective exercise included balance and functional training. Overall, there is insufficient evidence to recommend a specific type, frequency, or intensity of exercise. Hello. Based on the evidence, we recommend that for adults aged 65 years and older, a healthy 24 hours includes physical activities that challenge balance. There is no recommendation related to balance and functional training in adults aged 18 to 64. Hello. Previous guidelines recommend that individuals with poor mobility should perform physical activities to enhance balance and prevent falls. Our current guidelines recommend that all adults aged 65 years and older participate in activities that challenge balance. It is important to note that these guidelines were developed for healthy community-dwelling adults. People with specific health conditions should also look to disease-specific guidelines for physical activity. Hello. In conclusion, balance and functional training benefits adults aged 65 years and older through reduced rate of falls and number of people who fall, improved physical functioning and increased physical activity, and may reduce fall-related fractures. These benefits outweigh possible risks. The value of balance and functional training in adults under 65 years of age is a knowledge gap. Hello. Thank you for your interest in the guidelines for balance and functional training in adults. Please feel free to contact me with any questions you may have.